Thomas Tuchel is confident that England can do well at the World Cup, but he also says that they're in a difficult group. So let's just have a look at their opponents. I think their toughest test will be against Croatia, who have a real pedigree in the World Cup. Of course, they were the highest ranked team in Pot 2, and they did reach the semi-finals of the last World Cup in Qatar when they lost to Argentina. And the World Cup before that, of course, Russia 2018, they beat England in the semi-finals and they eventually lost to France in the final. They've been unbeaten in qualifying, and Luka Modric still plays for them. This will be his final World Cup. But England did beat them the last time they faced them in a major tournament. That was in Euro 2020 when they beat them in a group game. England will also be coming up against Panama. With all due respect, that should be a pretty straightforward game. I was in Nizhny Novgorod in Russia in 2018 when England played Panama off the park. They beat them 6-1 with Harry Kane scoring a hat-trick. England will also be coming up against Ghana in the group stages. Now, they've only lost once in qualifying, and they do have some very, very good Premier League players like Mohamed Kudus, who's now at Spurs, and also Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo. But they are not very highly regarded by their own fans. I've been speaking to quite a few Ghana journalists here. Okay, they're very excited about the fact that Ghana are back in the World Cup, but they haven't forgotten that Ghana failed to qualify for this month's African Cup of Nations. So on paper, it looks like England should get out of this group pretty easily, but then that is when the problems could start, because in the round of 16 they may face Mexico in Mexico City. That would be a very tough test, and potentially, we're really thinking a long way ahead now, but bear with me, potentially they could face Brazil in the quarter-finals, and you don't need me to tell you how difficult that would be. One bit of good news for England is that because they're in Group L, their first game will be on the 17th of June. That is 6 days after the tournament starts, which means that their players can get a little bit extra rest and preparation time after a long, hard season.